We're just here in the Coorong in South Australia. Catch up with a couple of legends. We've got Bo and Kimmy from Outback Cleanups. Also catching up with the one and only Ronnie Dahl. So what are we going to do now? We're going to go down to the beach and we're going to do an Outback cleanup. 76 kilos of rubbish removed from the beach. We are on the road. We've just left Adelaide. We're having issues with Elsie again. So... Alright, we're just at the Nullarbor Roadhouse. Like, the car is getting shaken around by the wind at the moment and we've been driving straight into it. We can't do above 80 k's an hour, and that is flat chat. I'm Matt, and this is Holly. We've been exploring and travelling around Australia in our old Toyotas for the past 3 years, going to some incredible locations. Subscribe to join our adventures. So, as you know, the Modifieds are sponsored by the Terrain Tamer e-store for getting those hard to find parts for your older cars or newer cars. Now, I'm having starting issues with Elsie, so jumped on the e-store, got myself a new starter motor, and it's being dropped off to me at the caravan park. So you can't get much better than that. Thank you. On the road. We've just left Adelaide. Well, a couple of hours ago we left Adelaide. And we're driving west to Perth for the Perth 4-wheel drive and adventure show. Now the light around here is just incredible at the moment. It's actually taking us quite a while to even get anywhere because I keep stopping to get photos. But yeah, we've had a fantastic time at the Adelaide 4-wheel drive and adventure show. If you did come up and say g'day, we really appreciate it. It's so good meeting people on the other side of the camera. It really makes all the videos worth it. And for the people that bought some merch, we really appreciate that. It's probably just going straight to the fuel tank to get us to Perth, so yeah, we really appreciate it. Anyway, we're going to have a really fun trip to Perth, I think. We've got a really cool crew along with us. We're going to have Bo from Outback Cleanups. You would have seen him by now. Our mate Sam, that we've worked with before a few times in some videos, Beachport to Roe, Fraser Island. We've got another guy on the way, Ryan, from Ryan Formo Photo. He's got the most wicked little L300 Mitsubishi 4-wheel drive van. It is awesome. We've also got Rafa and Liz coming from Destination 4-wheel drive. So I think it's going to be a really fun crew. We've got a couple of photographers with us, which I'm excited about, so I can nerd out in that regard. But I think it's going to be really fun. Lots of cleaning up, lots of rubbish picking up, I think, with Bo. But yeah, it's going to be a really cool video, I think, so stay tuned. morning everyone. We love filming for you guys, but sometimes things go wrong. This is our third take of this. It's anyway, good fun. So that was a beautiful sunrise. It was at Chinaman's Creek. Really nice little free camp. It's actually private property and an old gentleman owns it and he just lets people camp, but he's an old traveller himself, so he knows the traveller's plight. So that was really nice. Anyway, we are going into Port Augusta. I'm just fighting the crosswind at the moment. It's insane. It's pushing me off the road almost. Alright, today we're having issues with Elsie again. So I think it's the alternator is gone. We only realised that there was something wrong when we came into camp last night and the house batteries are down to 11 volts and we were thinking, oh, why is that? I checked all the wires, all the fuses, and it all seemed all good. So then I was thinking maybe the the starter battery isn't being charged from the alternator. So hooked up a voltage sensor to the battery and turned the car on and it stayed at 12.2 volts. It should go up to sort of 13 or something like that when the car's running. So that says to me that, yeah, alternator is buggered, which is a shame, but we're not far from Port Augusta, so we're up early this morning. Hopefully we can go in and maybe they might order a part, come in this afternoon, and we'll just see how we go. Anyway, it's just, yeah, classic 40-year-old car problems. Alright, so we've got the car back, and awesome auto elec, GP auto elec in Port Augusta if you need someone who really knows what they're doing. And it was just so good because they just fixed it so fast and just knew exactly what was up. He found a small sort of burnt out wire and a bit of resistance. There's a bit of corrosion on some of the fuses, some of the old glass fuses. And that old little burnt out connection just meant that it was just a chain effect. The alternator wasn't charging the starter battery, which was at low voltage. So then the EDIC motor started failing. So then I couldn't turn the car off, on and off. It was playing, it wouldn't even start. So then there was that. But then also because the starter battery wasn't charging, it wasn't charging the house batteries, which in turn meant all the fridges turned off, so our food was getting warm. So this one little problem had just had literally this effect of the whole car being just a pain in the ass. Oh, it's so good when it just gets done, and it was cheap and it's fixed properly. Like we've gone to like 4 auto elects now who haven't picked it up. And this guy's just like, oh yeah, boom, 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 easy, done.
So good.
Now we're on the way to Cactus. We're going to catch up with Bo and the rest of our convoy's on the way, so happy days.
Just pulling into Kimber now. It is geographically halfway across Australia, so we've only got to do this 3 more times until we're home. Go to Perth, come back, and then go home. Yeah.
So it's only 1 more time after this.
Well, no. If you divide once to Perth and once back to here, and then halfway back home, that's 3. Just nod and say yes.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
once now. And
no.
then once when we come back through. It's
no, but
twice.
I'm saying, no, halfway across Australia. So we're at the halfway point, so then we go across Perth. That's 1 way.
Oh, 3 more halves of
Yeah.
Australia. Right, I thought you meant we have to go through Kimber 3 times. I was like, no, we don't.
No, just twice.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so we're going to link up with Bo and Kimmy. They've just done a clean up 30 k's out of Kimber, and yeah, wait for the rest of the convoy maybe, and then we'll just keep on pottering along to, where are we going?
Cactus.
Cactus.
Cactus tonight. Oh, here we go. Apparently the curry's really good here in Kimber. Hello everyone, just cooking up a bit of dinner here. Had a pretty good drive today. Long drive actually, so we're just at Cactus Beach actually, so very popular surfing spot. All the crew's made it. I still really haven't introduced you to everyone, so I reckon tomorrow we're going to stick around and have a pretty slow morning. I reckon it'll be a good chance to introduce everyone and some of their vehicles, because it's been a really fun convoy so far. So stick around for that. Alright, so we're on a road trip here, obviously. It's probably about halfway through the episode and I haven't really introduced anyone. I have been guilty of that before, so I really made sure I was going to do it this time. We've got Ryan here. Alright, run us through who you are, what you do, and run us through this little weapon.
So I am Ryan Formosa. I am a photographer, so mainly shooting adventure and landscape here. This is my 1984 Mitsubishi L300 full drive van that I have built up into the ultimate touring vehicle to travel Australia full time, which has started this trip, which is very exciting.
Here's an exciting moment when you jump in full time. I can honestly say this is, like, by a country mile, the coolest four-wheel drive van I've ever seen. The coolest Mitsubishi four-wheel drive van I've ever seen. Like, the leakers don't even compare to this thing. And the attention to detail on it, we're going to do a rig rundown on it, because I've got to show you this thing. The attention to detail, every little thing has been considered, and you haven't scrimped on it. There is, like, all the gear is top-notch gear.
Yes, yeah, all the gear.
Yeah.
Can't have stuff failing on you out in the bush. So
That's it. So, yeah, we'll do a little rundown of that later on at some stage. But, yeah, keen to have you on the trip.
yeah, excited.
Where to now? Bunder Cliffs?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Let's do it. Well, you know this guy. He's been in a couple of videos now. How many have you been in? You've been, well, Fraser Island would have been out by now. So
Yeah, 3,
that's
4.
cool. A lot of the drone shots that Fraser Island video were done by Sam. So thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
It was good. I was so good when, I was watching him fly it around and I was like, I don't have to get mine out. It's so good when someone else is doing some work for you. So thanks for that, mate.
No, you're welcome.
Beachport to Robe or Carpenter's Rocks to Robe.
Yes, that was a fun
cool.
trip.
That was fun. And then Talangi,
Yeah.
messing around. So, yeah, been around the block.
Yeah.
Now we're going across the country.
Oh, it's exciting.
So you're going to the
My
four-wheel
first
drive-
time.
Yeah, first time
yeah.
over west. Oh, mate, it's got some
Other
really
than
cool
flying.
stuff to see. What was I going to say? You're on Sabre and the shows?
Between Sabre and Camp King.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so-
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, all right, well.
It's
Yeah, I've
beautiful
got a
weather
nice,
today. Like, it's
oh, yeah,
let's
stunning
see what we
weather.
can find.
This is just what you want. Can't wait for the rain on the Bunder Cliffs.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be so good setting
Highlight
up
of the
camp.
trip.
Yeah, highlight of the trip.
So we are just rolling out of Cactus now and heading to Bunder Cliffs.
Yeah, the weather's really rolling in at the moment. We really wanted to get a bit more filming done here and probably even stay a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
just, really cold wind came in, bit of light
Bit of
rain,
rain.
and we just thought it's best to hit the road.
Yeah, so a few hours to do today and then hopefully we can camp on the Bunder Cliffs if the weather's alright.
Alright, we're just at the Nullarbor Roadhouse. Like, the car is getting shaken around by the wind at the moment, and we've been driving straight into it. We can't do above 80 k's an hour, and that is flat chat. And we're probably using about, I reckon about 16, 17 litres per 100 at the moment, so yeah, not a great day to be driving west. Anyway, we were going to make a sandwich outside, but it's that windy. I think we're just going to have to go inside and grab something, so yeah, that's the way it is. Travel, eh? It's good fun. Right, all land cruise people, leave it in gear.
We just pulled up to Bunder Cliffs and it is so windy.
So windy, it's insane.
Oh, but it's so cool.
It's such a cool spot.
It's so funny. We've got Rafa here with us and he's from Venezuela and everything is just blowing his mind.
Yeah, he's
so
just like,
cool.
what is this place? This is one of our favourite camps in Australia, but I don't think we'll be camping here tonight.
Here we wanted to try and show you just how windy it was. The wind was so strong we couldn't hold the camera any more steady than what you're seeing here. So we tried to set up camp between the dunes in the background.
Alright, so we're at the Bunder Cliffs and it's such a cool spot, but It is so windy, like there's this grit in my eyes. And when it's this windy, like, it's one thing about travelling, I'd almost rather heavy rain than extreme winds like this, gusts, because you literally just cannot do anything. You can't cook. We don't even want to fill up our sub tank, like from our sub tank at the moment. It's just too hard. It's just, you know, wind and sand going everywhere. Wind is one of the hardest things to deal with when you're out on the road. And yeah, I mean, you know, Rafa and Liz, they're in a swag, Sam's in a swag, and they're just like, oh, we just want to try and find somewhere a bit more sheltered. So yeah, it's tough when it's windy. So we're going to keep going.
And hope we can make it to wherever camp is.
Yeah, we don't have too much fuel in the tank and can't be bothered to transfer over right now. I'd rather just do it at camp. But it's like 114 k's. But we don't know if we're going to camp there or we'll see how we go. But I might have to stop somewhere.
So we decided to drive the extra 100 or so kilometres to a camp listed on Wikicamps that is north of the highway. If you're ever seeking shelter along the Nullarbor, we would definitely suggest this place.
Oh, delicious beer. Oh, how good. Well, we've just come off about 10 k's north off the highway. Trees, nice little spot, and it's not too windy at all. How good's this? Highs and lows when you're travelling. Highs and lows is what it's all about. Induction go, buddy.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Wow. Come here, Rafa.
I get shy.
Right, I said I was going to introduce you to everyone in the convoy, and here's the next member, Rafa.
Rafa.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, mate. Where are you from?
I'm from Venezuela, but I've been living here in Australia since 2016. I love it.
You're in Cairns at the moment, aren't you?
Yes,
mate.
I'm living in Cairns.
It's not too climate similar, hey? Not too much of a sea change.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing, honestly. It's a great place to live. Summer is humid.
Yeah, it is humid there.
But the rest of the year is just right.
That's awesome to hear. So, tell us about, what are you coming to Perth with us for
Yes.
the Perth 4Drive and Adventure Show?
Yeah.
You're going to have your awning on display?
Yes.
Really cool unit. I definitely suggest you check it out. Destination 4-wheel drive. It's a freestanding awning.
Yeah.
Have a look. It's pretty cool. I have to admit, it's very, very cool.
Thank you very much.
I am impressed. But yeah, you just love getting out and adventuring and 4-wheel driving, don't you?
Yes.
I mean, that's his 105 series here, which is very, very well set up. Dobinson's lift, 35s. It's
Yep.
105, so solid front axle, turbo 1HZ. So yeah, it's got all
Yeah.
the fruit. It's nice.
It takes me everywhere. That's the important part.
And that's his partner, Liz.
Yeah, this, that.
We'll go find her.
Hey. Hey.
Hello, this is
Hi.
Liz. So
Hi.
she's coming along for the adventure, aren't you?
I sure am. And what an adventure it's been.
Yeah, these guys have been doing the swag. So yeah, they're hardcore. We're in our rooftop tent, just
We're
being very
committed.
comfortable. So
We've been called brave. We've been called committed.
yeah, well, what do you call yourself?
Adventurous.
Adventurous.
People make mistakes. I'm joking.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to check my chicken skewers because they're in the fire and
Do that.
defrosting in one big chunk. So it's probably not the best way to cook chicken skewers, but anyway, we'll get on it. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
The next few episodes are pretty epic, so make sure you join us for them. We clean up. So we have just rolled into WA. We made it through quarantine in the border check, all good. Bo gets bogged, and we find an amazing camp spot that's down a pretty difficult four-wheel drive track. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. We'll see you next week.